Hi, this is Keith Davidson at Albertson and Davidson, and today I want to talk to you about evicting beneficiaries out of trust property. It's a problem that we come across fairly often, where a beneficiary either was living with the parents at the time of their death, or for whatever reason they move into the trust property after the parents are deceased. Now, the trustee, as the legal owner of the trust property, has the right to file an eviction action to get a beneficiary, or anybody for that matter, out of the trust property. The problem is that sometimes two or more children might be acting as co-trustees. One of the co-trustees living in the property, the other one not. And the one living in the property may not want to vacate. In that instance, the other co-trustee cannot bring an eviction action. They first have to get the co-trustee removed, because you have to have all of the legal owners agree on bringing an eviction action. So then you're stuck having to go to court, file a removal petition, try to get the co-trustee who's living in the property removed, and then ultimately an eviction can take place. So it can be very, very difficult if one of the trustees is living in the trust property. Now, for the people who are living in the trust property, if you're a trustee or a co-trustee living in the trust property, you should know that there will be liability for doing that. People cannot live in the trust property rent-free and expect to just be able to live there and not pay anything for that. So ultimately, there will be a surcharge against that co-trustee for having lived in the property without paying rent and without permission. But in the meantime, trying to remedy the situation and actually get that person to vacate can be very difficult. So you have to look at the situation and you have to decide how best to proceed in order to try and get a beneficiary or a co-trustee out of the trust property.